lawyer John Kwame Kundua, Mr. Alan Kojo-Tremanteng, and then Nana Addo-Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Which of them do you think will make it or will win the primaries come August 7th? Just join us via 1406. You type F, leave a space, and follow with your message. Carry on.
Now, still in the headlines, the daughter of Ghana's first president, Samia Nkrumah, has described the dismissal of her brother as coordinator of the National Youth Council as an unpleasant experience for the family. Dr. Sekou Nkrumah was dismissed for poor performance, but he has maintained that his dismissal was due to his open criticism of President Mills' leadership style. Commenting on the matter for the first time, Samia Nkrumah, who is member of parliament for Jomoro, says even though she respects the opinion of the brother as an adult, she prays he reconciles with the president soon. She said although Sekou had opposed her decision to contest the parliamentary seat on a ticket of the CPP, which was a direct interference on her political views, she would not revenge by also influencing Sekou's personal views. She goes ahead to say she wouldn't judge the decision of the government either.
There's been a series of events, and then a lot of people, or many, questioning the tolerance of this particular government. What do you think? The ato-kwamena-dadzie saga, the Sekou Nkrumah event, where Sekou himself has expressed or has said that he thinks that he was fired not because he was incompetent, but because of the statement he made against the president. How intolerant is this government? You can help me accommodate it. Okay, anyway, this is your community watch on Focus 94.3. You run through them quickly and then let's wrap up.
Still in the news, an NDC youth group in Wale in the West Mampusi district of the Northern Azuka Youth Association has locked out their DCE. Now, the office was locked on Thursday, July 22nd, after the group had demonstrated through the streets of Wale. The chairman of the group asked President Mills to dismiss the DCE because he's not sociable and has underperformed, in that he's not responding to their needs for the people. Alhaji Al-Bubakar bin Sulemana told newsmen the group has petitioned the chief of the area and the Northern Regional Minister. He said the DCE, Lord Abudu Sule Zakari, absconded from his office upon hearing the youth were marching there. Still on media men being arrested and stuff, the communications director at the presidency, Kuku Anyidoho, says the country is suffering from the tyranny of the media because journalists are holding Ghanaians to ransom. Now, he says due to the nation's quest to broaden the frontiers of free speech, some journalists and media houses have taken undue advantage to peddle untruth about individuals as well as the government. Kuku Anyidoho was speaking on Metro TV's Good Morning Ghana show that's today, on media reports suggesting that there has been an attempt by police to gag the media. And Abdul Malik Kweku Baku, editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper, a co-panelist on the program, was of the view that the police should exercise circumspection in dealing with issues related to freedom of expression. Now, according to him, the uninterrupted freedom the media enjoys today did not come by accident, but through hard work, and must therefore be sustained. Now, to the earlier question you asked me concerning the intolerance of the government to certain things, I think although people are making certain comments about President Mills and his administration and stuff, they should really take a look at each of anything that someone says critically before they jump in to start gaggling him or taking him to police station and stuff like that. Because I think ato-kwamena story, I think it was earlier, I forgot, I'm not sure whether it was the Insight but there was a media which
media house brought that
first,
and then Dr. Matthew Pukuprimpe, who's the MP for Manshia, also publicly made that statement, and before Joy FM even came up with the publication.
So in that case, why do they just go for ato-kwamena? How about the others? I think in certain situations they should really sit down, take a look at the thing from all angles before they just jump into conclusions and start arresting people and all those kind of things.
Okay, I'm sure some other left out, but before even carry on, let's listen to this.
Madam Speaker, I now come to the media. Our government will continue to respect the media. An independent and vibrant media is indeed essential for the development of our democracy. The credibility and quality of the media will depend on the kind of information that they process for consumption of the public. we as government recognize our constitutional obligation to fill the information gap. Later in the year, I will embark on a periodic broadcast to the nation in order to fill this void. Much as the media has every right to demand accountability from the government, we also think that the media should also try and correct its inadequacies and endeavor to reconnect with the mass of our people by obeying its own tenets as contained in its ethics code and also its constitutional obligation.
Community Watch.
Enforcement and Speaker, I now come to the media. Our government will continue to respect the media. An independent and vibrant media is indeed essential for the development of our democracy. The credibility and quality of the media will depend on the kind of information that they process for consumption of the public. We as government recognize our constitutional obligation to fill the information gap. Later in the year, I will embark on a periodic broadcast to the nation in order to fill this void. Much as the media has every right to demand accountability from the government, we also think that the media should also try and correct its inadequacies and endeavor to reconnect with the mass of our people by obeying its own tenets as contained in its ethics code and also its constitutional obligation.
Okay, so that's coming from the President John Evans Mills in his first stage of the nation's address to Parliament. Is your Community Watch on Focus 943? How well or how tolerant do you think government is or has been so far? It's 1406. Type F, leave a space and follow with your message. David will wrap up with the news and then we head on to some other issues.
Now, lastly, making the headlines, a 31-year-old nursing mother from Asaman Tamfor in the eastern region has died, apparently from the side effects of the H1N1 vaccination. Now, the brother-in-law to the deceased told newsmen that Akosua Ochre died a week after taking the flu shot almost a month ago. The mother of three was nursing a 7-month-old baby girl, and Nana Boachidakwa said her healthy sister-in-law suffered serious side effects days after the vaccination. Over 2,000 Ghanaians are expected to be given the H1N1 shot countrywide. There have been several reports of fatal side effects suffered by people who took the shot. Now, however, Health Minister Dr. Benjamin Kumbo told Parliament on Monday that not a single person has died from the shot. His comments, however, angered Nana Boachidakwa, who said it is a shame for a minister to make such comments. He said it hurts when people talk about this vaccine that it doesn't harm anybody or nobody has died from the vaccine because they are going through a very difficult situation.
Let me find out from you. Have you taken your own vaccination?
Well, I haven't taken it, but my sister just called me this evening and she was so scared. She was like, I shouldn't go and take the shot.
Why?
She heard that someone took the shot and the person died.
Okay, I need someone with a personal experience to tell us exactly how he or she is feeling after taking the shot. At 1406, you type F, leave a space and follow with your message. Or when the lines were activated at about 10 after 9, you call up and then tell us exactly what your experience is. I guess that should be all for the news.
Yes, that's all for the news item. But before I go, I think government should really take a look at this H1N1 vaccination thing very well, because usually vaccines are like they are to excite the antibodies so that when the disease comes they will be able to fight them. And normally if you take the vaccines you have some side effects, but it looks like the side effects that
this particular
some people are feeling it looks like it's
because
rather
we've been through a number of vaccines, poliomyelitis and a number of them, and
it's
the effects of these ones are
so I think government should really